Okay, so in that moment when my daughter had said what she said, and my ex was standing there, my daughter had told me, if you don't stop whooping me, I'm going to tell him that while he was in jail, you let Terrell come over to see you, which I did. Because that's my house. I pay my own light bill and rent. I'll let anybody who I want to let in my house, whether he in jail or not. He shouldn't have done some dumb shit, and he would not have got sent to jail. And if he would have been there, then I would not have had any male company, period. And besides, I really didn't care. In that moment, it was kind of funny that I was getting exposed because the look on his face was priceless. And then he kept looking at me, telling me, what is she talking about? I say, don't worry about it. I said, why are you listening to her? And she's a kid, even though my daughter was telling the truth. My daughter is totally innocent in this situation, but it's just for the fact that I was getting exposed. My daughter did tell off on me, but I really didn't care if he knew. And then he started saying, well, I knew you was doing stuff behind my back. I knew you was cheating on me. I knew that you was one of them type of women. I knew you was a thought. I told him, you can get the fuck out of my house since you feel that way. And I don't know, because when you give somebody a roof over their head, the way that I gave him a roof over his head, you never expect a person to show their other side. Because this guy who I was with for 5 years, the ex that I'm talking about, this dude literally always tried to torture me while he was living with me. So, after that incident happened, the next day, I woke up early in the morning, and he was still in the bed asleep. My daughter was woke with me. I was in the kitchen making her some oatmeal. And then all of a sudden I hear a knock at the door. And it was Terrell. So, I don't give a damn. I don't care. It was Terrell at the door. But I didn't open it because, my ex was in the bed sleeping. And plus, I can remember a while back when another guy who was my ex, he had knocked on the door, and he not only raised the window up and was talking to the good dude, he went outside and followed this dude. But you see, Terrell owns a gun, so that would not have ended well. Terrell would have shot him. He would have shot him. And it would have been on me to call his family and let them know that my ex shot him. So anyway, Terrell knocked on the door. He knocked about 5 times, but my daughter was looking out the window, and she told me that Terrell went back to his car and got in his car. And so, I was like, oh my God. In that moment, my heart was inside of my stomach. I was scared some shit was gonna go down because I know how crazy my ex was. And all of a sudden, my ex woke up and he was like, "Who was that knocking at the door?" I said, I don't know. I didn't answer it. But I don't know. I'm still just reflecting on how I felt when I was getting exposed, and my ex just really was like, he was looking at me telling me, he was like, well, I can't even trust you. I don't even look at you the same. Which I didn't care. I didn't care because he was living with me. And while he was living with me, he was doing dumb shit. He was always getting arrested, going to jail, or he coming back from the store drunk on his bicycle, provoking arguments out of me. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy in a relationship with him. So if he found out about Terrell, I just didn't care anymore because I got tired of acting like I was the good girl.